Hello, Doug here from the Hundredfold Journey. Thanks for joining us on this miraculous May interview where you get the opportunity to meet some Hundredfold members and hear their stories, their miraculous stories about how their lives have changed. Because a Hundredfold is about a group of people that are looking to find their true identity, and by doing so, finding God's true identity. We're here to come alongside of you guys and provide you tools and resources. And even as this interview will reveal, some encouragement. And if that happened with them, then that can happen with me. And just showing that all things are possible. So today we have Rachel, who's been joining our Hundredfold Sundays with Doug on Sundays. And so Rachel, thanks for your time this morning.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, you got it. So Rachel is just going to kind of share her story about maybe some miracles in her life. And as described in other videos, miracles don't necessarily have to be, life changing, like you walk on water or people, healed from sicknesses. But miracles can just be a changed life, just events that happen in our lives that can't be explained outside of God just intervening in our lives. So, Rachel, with that introduction, if you could maybe start with your story about how you have changed and some of the miracles in your life.
Yeah, so I grew up in a traditional Christian household where we were kind of forced to go to church and forced to pray and do all of the traditional things. And then in high school, I joined a youth group, so I thought I was kind of finding my own true identity by doing that without my family. But I faced a lot of criticism and judgment from other people, like my peers that weren't Christians, and they would challenge me all the time. Well, this isn't science, you're stupid for believing that, and all this stuff. And I succumbed to peer pressure at that age because I didn't know better, and I kind of gave up on God for a while, and um, then I'd say within the past 5 years, I kind of started to have a different belief about it. I wanted to find God again, but I didn't know how. I didn't really have any friends who were believers because I separated myself from that. And I met Michael over a year ago, and he started talking to me about it. And I found that there was a change in my heart. I was
Hmm.
open to it. I wanted to hear about it. I didn't quite know how to incorporate it into my life yet. And then when he introduced me to the life group on Sundays, that changed my life. I mean, I look forward to it. I love it. I love the people in it. It's been so supportive. It's been so helpful in so many aspects of my life. So I would say, meeting Michael and then joining the group was a huge miracle in my life.
Uh-huh. No, that's great. And Michael, by the way, we had an interview with him yesterday. You'll see that come out on our Monday's Miracles. But Rachel and Michael are a couple, so they're a boyfriend and girlfriend. So that's the Michael that we're referring to, and it's actually my son. So now, was there the occasion as far as meeting Michael? Was there like a happenstance? How did that all come together?
Um, we actually met, well, we met online, and like a lot of people do, I guess. And we quarantined together because it was right. We met probably 2 weeks before COVID. And
Ah,
so
okay.
that was interesting for our relationship
So in a
to,
sense, you were forced together, right?
yeah, yeah, kind of. And I mean, we couldn't go on dates. It was interesting. So I think it made us a lot stronger because of that. But yeah, so I had already been searching for my spirituality, and I only really felt comfortable saying, well, I'm spiritual, or I do these things and I do that. But I didn't know about joining a church. I didn't know about how this was going to play out in my life. And but I wanted to do more. And and find out more. And so I'm still, I'd say, in the beginning of my journey. I mean, this is the beginning of a new life with God.
Mhm. Now, how has your view of God changed? Like when you were growing up, then you joined that youth group, and then you had a period of time where you could say he wasn't there, even though he wasn't, right? And I think that's a new understanding for me, that God never leaves us, that he's always with us. But as far as your understanding of God and how it's changed over the years, can you share that?
Yeah. One thing that really sticks with me, that I've been learning recently, is that yes, God never leaves you, and also that you're not required to go to church every Sunday. You're not required to pray every day. I mean, it's nice. It might be something that you can do to show your love, but that um, God is not a punisher, and that we're not constantly living in sin, feeling like we're bad. And so that's something that has really helped me.
Mhm.
It's helped me in every aspect of my life, just to remember that God is all of these good things, and not, well, I did this wrong and maybe I'll go to heaven, maybe I'll go to hell kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's so that's been really eye opening.
Yeah, so I imagine that being raised and going to the youth group and such, the different perspective is, and this was the same thing I had as well, 30 years in being a Christian, is, God pointing that finger at you saying, you better clean your act up or else. And it's fear based versus love based. And the amazing thing is just how the church and religion just puts us in fear, when God said, perfect love casts out all fear, and there's nothing to be fearful of. And it's because we understand that, then we can live a whole and a loving life. So yeah, that's the new understanding that I've been coming to, and it sounds like you have as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because we don't want a fear-based religion, and it's supposed to be out of love and in love, and that's who God is. Okay. And any other stories, like maybe in between time where you were kind of doing life on your own? Any events that occurred that you can remember that was like, oh, that's right, God does exist, and I've decided maybe not to listen to that voice.
Yeah, I mean, we've been learning about the 10 truths in life group, and one of them is, um, I don't know, I might not say it wrong, but I always have what I need, or I always have all of the resources that I need.
Mhm.
And there's been times where I was struggling. I mean, I went to college, I put myself through college, I went and got a master's degree in nursing, and that God letting me graduate and giving me the bravery and the courage to go through it, even when some days I came home to my apartment and was like, well, I got to eat top ramen tonight. I mean, that's all I have. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that was definitely God, although I didn't realize it at the time.
Yep. Yeah. What we've been learning is just that He's always there, and we just don't recognize it. Right? There's that soft voice, the Spirit that's talking to us and guiding us and directing us, and we choose not to listen. Yet He still provides, just like He did with you, which is amazing. And that's what a loving God would do. That's not an angry God.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's amazing to kind of even look back at those things and say, oh, yeah, I mean, that was because of God, and that He did provide all of those things in my life. And at the time, I believed in luck and like,
Yes.
well, it's because I did hard work. But I do believe that if you ask and you want it and you believe and you have faith, like you can basically have whatever you want.
Yes. Yes. Very good. All right, Rachel. I think that that wraps up our discussion. Any closing comments before we close out?
I would just say, for anybody interested, just to definitely check this out, because it's been so amazing, so helpful, I think, for anybody in any walk of life.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic. So again, Rachel, thank you for your time. And for those that are listening, you can reach out to us on Facebook. And on the link below here, you'll see a link to our Facebook as well as our website. And our website has many different tools, right? We'll have this interview that will be on there, but also there's tools such as 21 Days of Identity, 21 Days of Gratitude, which is basically a daily reading, journaling, if you will, to help you change your thoughts, to renew your mind. We also have the studies that Rachel and Michael have been participating. It's called Sundays with Doug. And right now we're in a series called Freedom from Religious Bondage. So you can always go to our website and pull down all of the slides and the questions and resources for that study. All right. Well, again, Rachel, thank you so much for your time, and we'll be talking with you later.
Okay.
And bye for now.